Hey, what's up, Chris?
How's it going, buddy?
Good.
Good to see you.
Yeah, I just wanted to learn more about the Mazda Shootout.
Yeah, totally. Let's go talk about it. There are a ton of club racers like yourself that want to make it to a professional racing series like the Mazda MX-5 Cup presented by BF Goodrich that races within IMSA. However, funding, that's always a problem. The Mazda Shootout can really help people like us. So I'm gonna go over how to be successful at the shootout, the flow of things, what happens at the shootout, and just general tips and tricks that can really help you be successful with it.
So how do I get invited to the shootout?
Let me start off by saying this. It's not all about driving. It's about being the complete package, as I like to call it. They really weigh a lot of off-track talent. What I mean by this is your ability on how well you speak in front of cameras, your ability to promote and market your sponsors, how well you speak on podiums, how well you can think outside the box to attract new sponsors to you. It's basically like being ran like a business. That's how they want to see you treating racing. Of course, being a phenomenal driver is also a pretty big part of it, but there's a lot of off-track stuff that you need to apply also. Did you know that since 2016, Mazda's been doing the shootout? So this year, they actually had 3 scholarships, which they've never done before. And moving into the future, I believe they're doing the same. It depends on what business partners they have. So the way it broke down this year is the biggest scholarship was 110 grand for anyone at the shootout. And then there's a $75,000 shootout for a female. And then there's another $75,000 scholarship that's almost like a second place scholarship for someone else at the shootout. That's the one I ended up getting. So I was new to asphalt racing. I had only been at 8 months. And I was a little bit of a wild card, and they wanted to give me a shot and see how well I could do with it. So there's 2 different ways to actually get to the shootout. There's something called an at-large nominee. This is when Mazda sees your talent on and off the track. That's what I was. I was selected by how well, as I mentioned, I'm able to socialize on and off track, promote myself, etc. However, there is another way to get to the shootout, and that's by winning a championship. So you could win a Teen Mazda Challenge championship. You could win a Spec Miata championship in your region. You could win the Spec MX-5 championship in your region. Anything in a Mazda race car can get you to the shootout. You just have to get a championship in it. It doesn't matter. Those are the 2 different platforms for getting to the shootout. Great, now you're selected to be at the shootout. You're gonna be mixed with about 30 other drivers. Now this is where things get technical, so I'll need you to pay attention, and this is where the secrets really start, so you can't let this out, all right? Okay, here we go. So, now I'm selected with the 30. I need to first off make a video talking about myself. This is a test to see how well you speak in front of cameras, so you really need to ace this. I ended up having a film crew help me out, which made it look very professional, and I would suggest doing the same. And every year the criteria changes, so I can't give you pointers on that. There's also a business plan. In this business plan, they want to see how you're going to continue funding your racing career if you don't have enough to fund the MX-5 Cup season on your own. That's another very important part. Okay, Cade, great, you nailed it. Now what? Now you're going to a track. It's going to be a location that you probably haven't been to. For me, it was Road Atlanta, but for you, it could be very different. So, you come to the track, now what's going to be happening? Well, you're going to be in front of a panel of judges. You're going to try to sell yourself in front of these judges. They want to get to know you. They want to hear about your business plan a little bit. They want to hear about your social media, how you're marketing yourself, and just get an overall grip on you. See how well you know how to wrench on these things. See how well you know car setup. It's very important. That's the whole first day at the shootout. The following day at the shootout, it's going to be all about in-car. Do you think you need to go fast at the shootout?
Yeah.
You do need to go fast. However, being fast isn't necessarily the biggest part of it. The biggest part of it is consistency. They want to see you're quick and consistent. They don't want to see you being a second faster, but going off the track. They want to see you half a second slower, but busting out the same lap times every single lap, not going off track. And that's another thing. If you even drop 2 tires off track, you can kiss that shootout goodbye. You need to be that consistent. After all that weekend, you are done with the shootout, and hopefully the outcomes are going to be in your favor. And I'm sure if you follow these tips, they will be. I hope this information was super helpful. If any of you have questions, feel free to reach out to me if you need coaching or if you feel I can help you in any way. My Instagram is at Chris2Noons, and my email is californiakid02@gmail.com. See ya.